Howdy, partner. I'm the Cowboy, and I print for the pizzeria restaurant industry. I've been a printer for the past 35 years, a major part of my life. Well, I've actually established my own printing business 35 years ago. I've been printing for approximately 45 years. When I first started, I was a contract printer for the telecommunications industry, and the advent of the computer kind of took them customers away from me because they all had high-tech computers and laptops and little discs. They didn't need the big books and manuals that I used to print for them. And my business was teetering on the verge of going out of business. When I looked around the country, because I had a lot of employees and I didn't want to see them lose their jobs and so forth, I had a lot of money invested in a lot of equipment. I looked around the industry, around the country, to see what industry out there could use my services. And what I saw was the small mom and pop pizzerias. They were under attack at that time. There was three major pizza establishments that were coming in, big corporates. One was the Pizza Hut, the Domino's, and the Little Caesars. And what was going on, as these industries would come in, they would virtually wipe the little guy out, because the little guy, he had the good food, he had the good service, he did not understand about the promotions, he didn't understand the impact of the colored flyers and that direct mailings and things like that. That's where I saw the need. I stepped in to help the small mom and pop operators, and that's what I've been doing ever since. During this presentation, I was going to show you our radius system for the mailing program, how it works. I'll show you how to prepare your menu so that we can give you exactly what you like. I'm going to show you a new menu that we just got a patent pending status on that's going to revolutionize the whole menu industry throughout the United States. I'll take you step by step through everything so that you can have a clear understanding of what we're all about. Thank you very much. Back in the 70s and the 80s, everything was done via the zip code. When they first started with the mailing system, the pizzeria industry used to have to put their menu inside of an envelope and mail it, and they usually mailed it by zip code to get a discounted rate. This worked fine if you were in the middle of a zip code, but if you were on the edge of a zip code, you could have customers 2-3 blocks away that never got your menus. I came up with the radius system. And the postal system, post office today, still refers to it as the Cowboy system in the Philadelphia division where I started all this from. Everybody else that does a radius system today are copycats of the original Cowboy system. And I don't hold that against them. As a matter of fact, I kind of enjoy it. The fact that I'm being copied shows that I'm pretty successful, and it keeps me on my toes. Now, what I want to show you about the radius system is this. For illustrative purposes, we're going to use the Couch Tomato. Right here is the Couch Tomato Pizzeria, Couch Tomato Cafe, that's located in Philadelphia on Rittner Street. And what we do is we go out in a radius, just like you walk out your front door and you keep going around and around and around and around, and we tell our database to cut off at a certain point. In this particular case, we tell the radius to cut off at 20,000. We use two mapping services, a 10,000 map and a 20,000 map. 20,000 radius is usually the market area of a pizzeria. Now, when I say a market area, I'll explain to you how this works. If you wish to understand your true market area, if you were to take a pizza, put it in a box, put it in a bag, put it on your front seat of your car, and start driving in any one direction. If you go out this way, or that way, or this way, and go at the prime time when you're going to get the calls in, which would be between 4 and 6 o'clock, usually on a Friday night. And as far as you go out, you just put your hand on top of that box, and when it starts to get cold, that's the end of your market area. We have found through our research that usually is a 20,000 radius around your shop. Now, if you're in a metropolitan area, that 20,000 will probably represent about 1.5 miles. If you're out in a rural area, that may represent as much as 4 or 5 miles. But the 20,000 radius is 20,000 mailing addresses from the front door, from your front door. And that's your market area. That's as far as you can go. The reason for that is the pizza industry, as we know it today, is 90% delivery service. That means 90% of your food has to be taken to the home. You cannot go beyond that area because the food starts to get cold. When it starts to get cold, that's the end of your market area. That's why you have to work within this circle. And that's the system that we've devised. to make it possible for you to get the most out of your circle. Okay? Now, you take this here. This is, in this particular case, like I said, it's the couch tomato right here. And what we've done is we've pulled a 20,000 radius around their location. This is the Schuylkill River. These people are located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And this is the Schuylkill River. And they're on the Philadelphia side. Now, what you have here, these little marks in here, these little colors and shades and all, these are carrier routes. Every carrier route is a different mailman handles that section. That's why you see your mailman every day at a certain time. He has a certain route that he travels. He starts at point A and ends up at point Z. So he'll be at your location within 10 minutes every day of the regular time. And what we do here is we pull this up. And we don't just pull the map to show you that you have all these carrier routes. We break it down. We have a system I'm going to show you that breaks it all down and shows you exactly what's in these carrier routes. But these carrier routes are broken up by color. If you see over here, you have 04C17. Now the first two digits are the last two digits of that particular zip code. And then what's the C stands for carrier route number 17. Here we have 04, carrier route 04, carrier route 10. You see the different shades, like that carrier route 10 is pink. This is a tan color, 04. And that's how you define the different areas, different carrier routes. And then we break the carrier routes down to show you exactly what's inside that carrier route. If you were to take our radius system, with your location being in the center of it, and just visualize that as a pizza, just slice it into 8 slices. Okay? You just put your line down, you line it across, just like you're cutting up a pizza pie. Each individual slice, you have a slice number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, each individual slice, there's so many carrier routes. If you take that radius, this is a 20,000 map, you take that 20,000 map and slice it into 8, you're going to have approximately 2,000 mailing addresses in each slice. Approximately. Some might have 1,800, the other one 2,200, 2,300, but it's going to be approximately 2,000 in each slice. Now, our research has shown that these menus have a shelf life of 90 days. That means that this first slice, if you start off with number 1, and you slice and you mail out to that slice, 90 days from the time you mailed that, most of those menus are not going to be in that house. And the reason for that is many reasons. Mostly the fact that they have other people in there ordering. The mom might order once in a while, the kids might order another time, dad might order another time. People do not always put the menu back where it's supposed to be. So if you would do research as we have done, you would find that when you come back around to this one here, which is if you're mailing every week, in 8 weeks, you come back to here, that carrier route, there may only be like 15% of your menu still in that carrier route. The other 85% have been misplaced. So it's time to go back again to that carrier route and just work your way all the way around again. That's how the system works. If you go around in 8 mailings over an 8-week period, then it's time to go back again to the same ones. Now, you do that 3-4 times, they have your menu, they have your number. What we do to enhance the response from those individual areas, we supply you with magnets. This is given to you along with your menu order so that they can have magnets. Should the menu get misplaced, there's a good chance that the magnet will still be there on the fridge and they can call you from the magnet. We have your information, your telephone number, and so forth. Another thing that we do is we place your menu on the internet for you. Now, a lot of guys out there think, oh, it's not important, the internet. It's very important, especially the way system we have. We give you the magnet, so they have the magnet. If they lose your menu, they can go up on the magnet. The magnet will have your website, and your menu is posted. They can go up on the internet. They can look at your menu. They can pick up the phone. They can call you and place an order with you. That's what our system's all about. Okay, and I'm going to give you a breakdown now. Here we have a breakdown of the radius system. Here you have the various zip codes, starting off with 19127, going to 19128, to 1904, and so forth. This is the 20,000 radius map. This shows you the various zip codes. It shows you the breakdown of the carrier routes. For instance, the first one, 19127, and carrier route 04. You look right there and it says single family dwelling units, 349. That tells you there's single family dwelling units, single homes. There are 343 in that particular zip code. there are 117 multi-family dwelling units. That's duplexes and apartments. There's 117 of those units. There's no trailers. There's 81 businesses in that particular carrier route for a total of 541 mailing addresses. Shows you the average income was $45,028. The average cost of the home in this particular instance is almost $76,000. The average age in that particular carrier route is 43. The percentages of households with children, 18%, tells you how many kids live in each house, the percentage. Distance from origin tells you how far away it is. In this particular case, it's 0.05, which is right on top of the pizzeria. Different carrier routes will show different distances. It'll show how far. Down here, we have some that go out as far as 1.5 miles, 1.5. Like I said in the beginning, the radius, 20,000 radius, will usually carry out about 1.5 miles in a metropolitan area, which is where these particular pizzeria operators are located. It also shows you the breakdown, percentages of blacks in that particular carrier route. There's a percentage of 8% black. There's 1% Asian. There's 1% Hispanic. Okay, this helps you to direct your marketing, knowing which carrier routes you can individualize where you want to do your mailings, what you want to advertise. Gives you a breakdown of everything. Gives you the income, gives you the average cost of the home, gives you the ethnic breakdown, and shows you the income and everything. This is a very comprehensive and very precise mapping system that we have. It's our exclusive system that we use to help people build their businesses. Not only do we supply you with a very comprehensive and accurate map and a report showing you this, we give you all this here so that you can hand select exactly where you want to go. We also don't just drop it right there. We don't just throw the menus at you, address them and say, there, go ahead, you're on your own. We actually supply you with a disc. Nobody else has this. This is our own brand new addition to our mailing system. We'll supply you with a disc that you can stick into the computer. When you start getting the calls, somebody's calling you, you take down their address. All you need is their address. You don't need to have the town, the zip code, nothing. As long as your sales slips at the end of the night show the address, or your computer shows the address, you can punch that address in with our disc, and it'll show you exactly what carrier route. It'll show you the exact carrier route that that call came from. Now, the importance of that is this. You can keep notes yourself, what customers, and do individual mailings. You'll pay 40-some cents. With us, we show you what carrier routes you're getting the calls from. If you mail 2,000 to 3,000 menus, you're going to get a nice hit Friday nights, okay? But maybe you didn't have to mail 2,000 or 3,000. Maybe you only had to mail 1,000. You could have got the same response. That's where we come in. We give you a disc that will show you exactly where your calls are coming from, which carrier routes you're getting the most from. You know, some carrier routes, I had an incident where a fellow was 750 pieces mailing. He was not getting any calls. Lo and behold, we checked it out. Come to find out it was an old age community home. There was 750 residents there, but they weren't ordering any pizzas or steaks or anything. So we eliminate that carrier route. This is what you'll be able to do. You'll be able to pinpoint exactly where you want to go. Next time you do a mailing, instead of wasting it on carrier routes that do not respond to you, you might want to do more on the ones that do give you the good response. You might want to do a more frequent mailing. This is how we show you. Look, I do all this for a very selfish motive, okay? I got a very selfish motive. I want you to make money, okay? When you make money, you have extra money to spend with me. I show you how to make more money. That's how it works, okay? I went in business to make money. You went in business to make money. Let's not lose sight of that. I want to show you, help you to make money. One of the things that we do here at Cowboy Printers is we try to identify problems out there in the street, in the industry. We go out, we visit pizzerias at lunchtime, dinner time. We want to see what's going on. We want to see any problems that we can see. You know the old adage, you're so close to the forest you can't see the trees? That's where we go out and we observe and we pick up things and we see problems and we try to institute methods to solve those problems for you. Okay, again, like I said, it's a selfish motive. I want you to make money. All right, now, one of the biggest things that I've seen out there, the problem is getting the customer to order. Customer comes in, sits down in your booth, and he's sitting there, and he's looking at the menu, You feel like shaking them and saying, give me your order. I got cooks waiting, I got waitresses and waiters. We're ready to roll with you. Help us. You can't do it. You can't get them to do it. One of the big reasons is they're gazing all through it. They don't know what you got. They're looking all through the menu. They don't know what the heck they want. Now, because of that, and also on a Friday night, at lunchtime, you get a customer at the counter, You got 5 or 6 people trying to order, and you got one clown up there. He can't make up his mind. He don't know this. He don't know that. And on a Friday night between 4 and 8, when the pizzeria industry is really bubbling out there, you got somebody on the other end going, You feel like saying, hey, call me back later. Get your act together, you know. But you can't do that. You offend them and they lose them. So this is where this concept came from. With that thought in mind, I came up with this menu, which I have a patent pending status on, and it's made and designed as a tool to help you do more business. What this is, when you look at this traditional menu on the front, you don't see this. All you can see the name of the business, in this case, Couch Tomato Cafe, where they're located, their phone number, usually they accept credit cards and so on, etc., and their hours and all that. That's what you see. What you cannot see, looking at the average menu, you cannot see what they sell. Do they, in this particular case, do they have homemade desserts? Do they have calzones? Do they sell wraps? Right? The traditional menu, before we come up with this, like I say, this patent pending process, people didn't know that. That's one of the reasons they're paging through your menu. They're looking for a certain item. They don't know if you have it. Now, with this system here, they look at the menu. Not only do they get all your vital information, they also, at a glance, can see, oh, he sells pizza, he sells calzones, he sells sauces, toppings, he has soups, he has beverages, everything that he has paninis. And then they can open this like this. You just go right there. In this particular case, I'll go to Strombolis. Bingo, I open it up. There it is, the best Strombolis. There's pizza. Everything that's there is right on this tab. You take this and fold it back again, looking over there, you can see salads. You can see side orders. You can see jumbo buffalo wings. Everything is right at the fingertips. They open it up, and it shows over here what's on that page. There's your whole menu. A very quick process to help them order faster. And that's what this is all about. It's a tool, and not only is it a tool, it's much more appealing to people who will keep it longer because it's like a booklet. It's not the traditional menu that they get. Now you've got a booklet, but you don't have the booklet cost. The way that I've designed this is all on one piece of paper. This is what makes it uniquely different. It's one piece of paper, same cost as your regular menus, as our regular jumbos, except that we've designed it in such a way that you can get the booklet look without the booklet cost, and it's an index showing exactly where your item is. Okay, that's how this new patent pending, and it's sweeping the industry. I mean, everybody sees it. I want it, Cowboy. Give me that. So that's what we got going for you. We have many other things. We have a miniature menu that I designed, believe it or not, 31 years ago. And it was a novelty item at the time. Everybody said, oh, that's cute, and they used to get it. Little teeny miniature menu that folded up. We stuck it in little card cases. And they would give it out to their customers, the pizza guys. Well, today, that little cute thing that was manufactured 29 years ago is a tool, okay? It's a tool that, because now they every time they go in to get their driver's license or their credit card or anything, bingo, your name is right there on the outside of the plastic case, and your menu is right inside. And the big thing today, they didn't have 31 years ago, they have their cell phone in their pocket on their hip. Bingo, they got the cell phone, they got the menu, bingo, they can go call you and order, okay? Big tools. We have a lot of tools that we show you. Once you become a customer of the Cowboys, you become part of the posse. It tells you in our brochure. You become a posse member. Once you're a posse member, we give you access to a special website. On that website is where I have over 1,000 pizzerias that work together. When I say work together, you work with each other. If you've got a unique recipe and you'd like to share it, we have